Hey YouTube, my name is Loadie, and today we have a brand new loadout guide video. The goal is to cover every aspect of a certain gun in Warzone 2 and then build together the best loadouts possible. If you enjoy the concept, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notifications so that you never miss the new videos. This video will focus on the Lachmann 556, the assault rifle of the Lachmann mirror platform. Very similar in terms of feeling to the Grau 5.56 from Warzone 1, the question is, can the Lachmann 556 compete in the current meta, and what are the best loadouts for it? The first build we are going to investigate for the Lachmann 556 is the long-range version. We will first look at the detailed statistics thanks to Sim, and then we'll go through each attachment in order to make the best version possible of the Lachmann 556 for long-range fights. Finally, you'll see a small showcase with various animations, reload, ADS, and recoil patterns. As usual, let's first look at the time to kill, as it's probably the most important statistic in Warzone to understand if a gun is meta or not. The Lachmann has a TTK of 659 milliseconds until 42 meters, 823 milliseconds until 75 m, and 1068 milliseconds. Well, if we look only at the time to kill, the Lachmann 556 is just average. It's not meta, but it's not completely useless either. If you watched my previous loadout guide about the Sakin MG38, the average time to kill at 50 meters was 656 milliseconds, so almost 200 milliseconds faster than the Lachmann 556. Other statistics like the muzzle velocity or the ADS time are also quite standard for an assault rifle built for long-range fights. So what's the real advantage of the Lachmann 556, and why is it still an interesting gun? Well, mainly because it's super easy to use. Look at the recoil here, and note that this is without compensating the recoil at all. So even beginners would feel comfortable using the Lachmann 556, which is why this gun is not complete trash. If the developers decided to buff a little bit the damage profile of this gun, I'm convinced it would instantly become the meta due to how easy it is. Remember the Kilo 141, the Grau 5.56, or the Krig 6? None of them had the best time to kill, but they had almost no recoil, and they were the absolute meta at their prime. So let's jump into the attachments and how to make this gun the best long-range loadout possible. First, you'll need a big magazine. It is a no-brainer for this playstyle in Warzone. You need the bullets. Then you'll want to add the Harbinger D20 muzzle, mainly because it's the best suppressor for long-range encounters. With this suppressor, you'll get more recoil control, bullet velocity, and damage range. Check my previous video to understand how to select the best muzzle for all your loadouts. Then, you need to put on a scope. And considering the low amount of recoil of this gun, you can afford to use the Schlager 3.4x, even if it adds a little bit of visual recoil, you will be fine with it. Our next attachment will be the long barrel. Usually, you have the choice between the long barrel or the high-velocity ammunition. I prefer the barrel mainly because it increases the damage range and helps with the recoil. The high-velocity rounds do not do that, as they focus only on the bullet travel speed. Finally, about the underbarrels. Many people will go for the Lock Grip Precision or the VX Pineapple because they are the best at reducing the recoil. But I still prefer the Ripper because it helps with the aiming stability and makes the gun significantly more consistent. Especially with this low recoil gun, you don't need to go all in with recoil control, but aiming stability is always a good addition to the weapon's behavior. Our second Lachmann 556 loadout is for sniper support. Like most assault rifles in the game right now, they are very good sniper support because, with this kind of build, you don't need to worry about anything else further than mid-range. You see that the time to kill is precisely the same as the previous loadout, but only with damage drop-off closer. So instead of having your first damage drop at 42 meters, you have it at 31 meters. This is mostly because we selected the attachment to focus mainly on ADS time and mobility while keeping the low recoil characteristics. With an ADS time of only 284 milliseconds, this build is extremely fast and will feel almost instant to aim. Same for the reload. Let's look at the attachments, which are completely different from the long-range loadout we just studied. First, for a sniper support build, I believe the Cronin Mini Pro optic is a must, and the same for the 40-round mag. On this build, you'll select the 40 bullets rather than the 60 mostly because you need to focus on mobility. The 60 has too much mobility penalty and will feel slow. The next two attachments are here to help with the ADS time. So for that, as usual, we will choose the FSS-OLV laser and the LMK64 rear grip. Both are excellent for mobility and are allowing the gun to feel extremely quick. Finally, we still need a little recoil control, so we will go for the FJX Fulcrum Pro muzzle. This compensator is perfect for mitigating both horizontal and vertical recoil. Trust me, you will love this build. That's it for today. If you enjoyed the content and think the concept is great, don't forget to like the video, subscribe and activate the notifications so you never miss any other videos. Have a very nice end of the day.